Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Imani. If you are new, today I wanted to just go into 8 tips and tricks that I have on, adulting and finding an apartment. So these are some of the things that I did when I personally was looking for an apartment a few months ago. So I just wanted to go ahead and get into these 8 tips and hope they help. Also, if you're new, don't forget to subscribe to my channel down below if you like videos like this. I'm going to start doing more advice videos. Starting Monday, I'm going to do something called Money Monday to help out with your finances, saving, credit repair, all that good stuff. And I'll also be vlogging and stuff as I, move forward. I'm still transitioning into like adult life, so I'm on break right now. You got to get in where you fit in. I got an hour lunch, so I'm gonna go ahead and film this video for you, and let's get it started. Oh yeah, don't forget to give me a huge thumbs up as well. Thank you very much. Okay, so if you see me looking down, I have my tips right here. So my first tip that I have for you is to research the areas that you are interested in living in. So if you're interested in living in the suburbs, in the city, anywhere, you want to research the area. What is the crime life like? Is there heavy security? Is there security at all? What kind of locks do you have on your door on the areas that you're interested in going to? What is the day and nighttime activity? So if you go to an apartment that might be a little bit different in the daytime than it is in the nighttime, so you not only want to just research online, but you also want to do drive-bys, make sure it looks fine, and make sure you read the reviews of the people who live there. They will tell you anything and everything you need to know. They'll tell you about crime, they'll tell you about what happens at night, during the day. They'll give you their honest general opinion of what it's like to live in that area. So don't forget to read those reviews. Don't skip over the bad reviews either. Read every single review and weigh the pros and cons that are that those apartment complexes may have. And also research the nearby locations. What kind of grocery stores do they have? If you're interested in getting a gym membership, do they have a good gym nearby? If you like getting a wax, do they have a good wax center? You want to know the area that you're living in. So if you like to go shopping, what kind of entertainment do they have, like restaurants and all that? These are good questions to ask. Not only the people who are going to be doing your tour, but do your research ahead of time so you don't even have to waste your time. All right, the second tip that I have for you is to create and stay in budget. When you start looking at places, you're going to see places that are super nice that you would love to live, but maybe a little bit out of your budget. So make sure you create a plan and stick to it. So if you know that you don't want to go over a certain amount of money to spend for your rent, including utilities and everything, don't even look at the places or go to the places that are above that, because it's just going to tempt you to go ahead and be like, oh, I think I can just stretch my money a little bit to afford this place. Oh, this place is really nice, and it has some of the things that I didn't know that I needed, but I feel like I really need. Like, you don't need to have those conversations with yourself. Just go ahead, create that budget, and make sure you only look at the places that are within that budget and that you're willing to spend that money for rent on. Okay, so my third tip I have for you is to know what you need before touring. So for me, I had my non-negotiables. First and foremost, I had to have an in-unit washer and dryer. Nobody's trying to travel with my laundry down to a laundry unit or take it to the laundromat. Like, nobody's trying to do all that. I had an in-unit washer and dryer in college, had one in my house. Like, I'm not trying to have like a luxury. It's not even really a luxury, but it seems like a luxury when you don't have it. So I was not willing to compromise on having an in-unit washer dryer for sure. I wanted to have at least 650 to 750 square feet for a 1-bedroom apartment. I wanted to have stainless steel appliances. I mean, I could have stepped outside of that, but it was one of my non-negotiables, I would say, because I only looked at places that did have it. and I wanted a spacious closet to fit all my things and an extra storage. So those are my non-negotiables that I had for myself when I was searching for an apartment. But you want to think about what is good for you. Like, if you have pets, do they allow pets? You want to think about like that kind of stuff, including the stuff that I already mentioned. So when you get there, you already have an expectation of what they do and don't have, and what they will and will not allow. All right, my fourth tip that I have is to make sure that you tour the place that you're going to. The pictures and videos online will not do a place justice. You need to research, like I said in the first tip, research, and then actually go to the place. Ask the people at the front desk to allow you to tour. They should have someone set up a time, or they even do walk-ins. A lot of places do walk-ins. A lot of the places I went to, I just walked in to their leasing office and asked if I could tour, and they all said yeah. So that's what I did. Make sure you tour, because you want to see spacing of the place. You want to see how the appliances look. You want to see any upgrades that they have, or ask about them, to make sure that they're done within the time frame that you'll be moving in. And you want to just see how the apartment is looking, how the neighbors are. You want to see like all of that sort of thing. So make sure you tour, make sure you ask questions when you go, and yeah, that will help you out a lot. On top of the touring aspect, my fifth tip would be, when you tour, make sure you take a video on your phone on how the place looks, so you can easily remember when you're trying to decide and come to a decision. You might obviously not come to a decision on that same day that you go tour these places, so you want to have a visual memory of the spacing and how things looked and how things are set up in the apartment. Whether it's a model home or an empty tour, you want to just like have a visual reminder, and an accurate reminder, not just from their pictures and videos online, but you want to take some of your own, so you can go ahead and like hear your commentary that you were making, hear the questions that you were asking these people, and just making sure that you are set up and making the correct decision when it is time to make a decision. It's just helpful, not even just for YouTube causes. Obviously I did it for YouTube, but I found myself looking back at these videos to make sure like I could hear myself asking the questions that I needed to know and didn't quite remember what they said, or to look at the spacing of the place and how the model home was set up and everything. So yeah, that's really helpful. Make sure you take your own pictures, take your own videos. It'll be really helpful, really useful. And yeah, ask questions. So my sixth tip that I have goes into my fifth tip as well that I just said, which is ask questions. Ask the important questions. You want to know things like rent specials. Do they have rent specials? Some places do have rent specials, so that means if you sign your lease within a certain time, you can get 1 to 2 or 3, however many months of free rent that they'll allow. A lot of places do like 1 month free, so that's a good incentive. I didn't get that luxury, but I know some places do, based on the time frame that you sign. You also want to ask about parking. So what is the parking like for you and for your guests? So is there guest parking? Do you have a garage? Is the garage extra money? If you do have one, is there a parking permit that you need? These are questions that you need to be asking when you search for an apartment. You also want to ask about the amenities in the area. So what does your rent include? You want to know exactly what it includes. Does it have a gym that you can use? Does it have a pool? Does it have a game room? Does it have the package location, so for 24 access, so you can get your packages? Or do you have to like wait for the leasing office to be open at a certain time to get your packages? You also want to ask about the different pet policies that they have. So a lot of places that allow pets have pet rent. So pet rent is extra money that you'll need. So a lot of places have like a deposit that you can make for your pets, and then you'll have a monthly pet rent So it'll be like a one-time fee of like $100, $200, $300, and then like on top of like $50 each month for pet rent. You want to ask about that. Do they have a park or a park or anything for your pets to go? Do they have like a walking area, like a trail if you need that, like if you like to bike or you like to go hiking or walking, like do they have those things around in the area? These are questions that you want to ask and you want to know. And also, one important question that you should ask is, are the utilities included in your rent? A lot of people think that your rent includes utilities, and for some places that is the case, and it's really nice if it is, but some places they don't include utilities. So if they don't, you want to make sure that you ask that, so you're not like signing a rent thinking your utilities are included into your rent, because sometimes they aren't. The utilities that you'll probably have is water, gas, trash, electric, and then you can add cable if you want it, but that's not necessary, like a need, but you can also add that as well. So you just want to ask if that's included in your rent and if that's extra. And if it is extra, you want to ask on average what you'll be paying, whether you're living by yourself, if you have a roommate, if you are paying based on the whole building or just your unit. Like, these are questions you want to know and you need to ask as you're moving forward. All right, this is tip number 8. I don't know if I said the last one is number 7, but it was. So number 8 is to narrow down your choices to 3 places that you really liked. So I would only do 3 because it will be easier to navigate and just make decisions based on only those 3. So when you're trying to narrow down your places to 3, I would go based on price, location, the must-haves that you have to have, so your non-negotiables that you want and are not willing to have, or not willing to not have within your apartment or the area, and what your rent includes. So those are the 4 things that I would take into consideration when narrowing down to 3. Make sure you watch your videos back, look at your pictures, your own stuff before, so you can hear the questions that you were asking, and so you can know like the spacing and everything as I discussed before. But yeah, that's very important, so make sure you do that, and those should be very helpful. So when you do narrow it down to the one that you want, you know this is the one that you really, really want, and you can go ahead and sign that lease. Alright, so those are my 8 tips for apartment hunting. I hope that helped out a lot. Those are the things that I did when I was searching for my apartment. I move in a couple weeks. I'm very excited about it. But those are things that you should definitely take into consideration when going on the search. Don't just get the first thing that you look at and like. Do your research, look around, ask questions, and make sure that you're getting the best value for your dollar. But that was all that I had for today. I hope these 8 tips help you out as you go on to your own apartment searching and your apartment hunting. It's a super fun process, and I hope that you take these things into consideration. So if you like this video, please give me a huge thumbs up. And if you want more videos like this, please comment down below on what you would like me to talk about. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It helps me out so much, and I love my new subscribers. I would love to have conversations with you, so go ahead and comment anything you want me to talk about or anything you thought during this video that I didn't mention, so we can go ahead and have a discussion about it and just inform other people who might want that same thing. So go ahead, subscribe to my channel, like this video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!